What's up, dude? Second time around. I'm not a Stepford wife. No, I'm a real person. No, I'm just good at a lot of stuff. Okay, this is the signs we have left. I think that's one of the kind of fun, exciting, sexy sides of autism is you're kind of a renaissance person, if you will. Like, you might say, oh, I want to learn about this, and then all of a sudden you can be really good at it. So, I'm not a Stepford wife. I'm just autistic. Okay. Scorpio, this message is for you. Scorpio, I'm going to type Scorpio into search of past readings. Here's your message. Scorpio, can't stop thinking about this nice Empress. Scorpio, true love came when you least expected it. Taurus, Scorpio, Libra, rejoice, you hit the jackpot. Work endeavor with a hot person. Swoon. Taurus, Scorpio, they say yes. They think you're fucking hot. Scorpio, this careless, mean-spirited person no longer has the privilege of knowing you or your love. Okay, Scorpio, uncover your calling. What's the message for Scorpio? Okay. DS, I just heard South Dakota might mean something. Structured, doing the numbers. Artistic, seeing possibilities. And structured, straightening things up. All right. I'm looking at emotion messages. What's the message for Scorpio? What's the message Spirit wants Scorpio to see? What's the message, Scorpio? I can't stop thinking about you. All right. What's the message from Island Time Wellness for Scorpio? Message for Scorpio. What's the message for Scorpio? Okay, weird. Okay. We have soulmates and wedding rings. Soulmates, soul connection, partnership, agreement, soul contract. Wedding rings, union, wedding, married, soul connection, eternal love, and everlasting promise. All right, and the final message from the doves for Scorpio. Okay, I picked these up and this one stayed down. Openness. Be open to accept divine guidance in your relationships. And this looks like this fabric I have. Right, immediately when I saw that fabric might mean something. What's the message for Scorpio? What's the message for Scorpio? Scorpio. What's the message for Scorpio? You want to see my fabric I got? What's the message for Scorpio? Okay. Cherish. Cherish your relationship. All right. So, let's look. Here is all my material I have right at this moment. And so, when I saw this in my mind's eye, I immediately went right here. See that? But here's all the fabric that I have now for the winter. This is all fabric I've got at the thrift store. Then there's some kind of second layers back here. And here is a whole bunch of, you can see how much there is, pieces of leather. I got this at the thrift store as well. These are all samples from Room and Board. Sierra might mean something. Putty might mean something. I'm looking at this green leather. This whole thing is full of leather. Here is my scraps. So when I'm done, I almost said cooking. When I'm done sewing, I don't throw all my scraps away. I throw them into this drawer. And if I have a smaller project that requires a little piece of fabric, I'll look in here. If the drawer gets a little too full, like right now, I will start cutting the scraps into, oh weird, look at, there's a tarot card on here. The 9 of Wands. All right, somebody's tired of holding back. They want to come forward to their feminine. Okay. I will put the scraps, put them, I'll make like ribbon strips out of them. And then when I'm done with that, I make them into these party garlands. And so, if you can see there, it's an 8-foot ribbon, 8 or 9 foot, depending on the spool of ribbon I have. And then you just kind of spread these out and you hang them in a doorway or at a party outside when the wind blows. They look super cool. And so I use all my scraps up and then sell those. And I use different ribbons that let me see here, that I got at the thrift store to do this. So each one is always different depending, like here is some of that velvet from that peacock cape. Here's some from the inside of that fall themed cape. And so here is all of my ribbon that I choose from to make those. And I got all of this ribbon at the thrift store as well. So I just went to the Goodwill bins and I ended up getting all of these. Well, I ended up talking to the store manager because sometimes ribbon weighs more than it's worth. And so I said to the manager, I have all these big spools of ribbon, which is 100 yards. Well, it's hard to get it to focus. Each spool is 100 yards of ribbon, so see all that ribbon? And I was like, oh my God, what a score. I asked him if he'd take $5 for all of this, and he said yes. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one's only half full. 7, 8, 9. I got more than 1,000 yards of ribbon for $5. And this is nice ribbon too. So lots of good deals at the thrift store, at the Goodwill outlets, if you have one in your area. Oh, look, there's a name here. Weird. Ryder. Weird. Okay. Let's look at what this is. Here comes solid goldie ribbon garland. Let's see. How old is this? See if it has a date on it. Trustworthy. We got a trustworthy one here from the hardware store. So I got this at the bins at Goodwill. And so they always have a lot of ribbon there. So one roll of this is 9 feet. That's one entire garland. And then I tie all the ribbons onto it. What do you think of that, Ryder? We got a queen bee here. All right, well, there's the message. Have a good day, Scorpio.